feel like DH mentioned kind of like putting you out in the 2-minute drive to get you more into football shape. How do you feel kind of that conditioning is gone? And is there something that, I know you were hurt a little bit, but is that just coming back from the injury? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think, even just that week off can kind of slow you down a little bit. So just, yeah, I mean, any chance I can get, like, in that situation to get out there and get real football reps and get myself, into the best shape I can for the season is always helpful. So
You got to start tonight. I mean, that didn't happen last season. Is that maybe a sign of your growth, your progress, do you think? Or?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just, whatever the coaches, tell me and whatever I can do to help this team is what I'm going to do. So, whatever position they put me in is kind of, I just roll with it. So.
Bryan, I know you guys aren't being exotic on offense. I mean, on defense, and they're not being exotic on offense. But how important is it to get those, 3 and outs and get the defense off the field on third downs?
Yeah, I mean, it's super important always. Obviously, takeaways and 3 and outs are definitely the main focus for a defense. And so when we get those, that's definitely a win for the defense. And any way we can get them. Sometimes it's not always pretty, but whenever you're able to get a 3 and out, it's a big deal for a defense and getting the offense, kind of into a groove and just kind of helps the whole team, the morale. So.
You guys getting close to get the quarterback on the ground, but you couldn't quite get in there. I mean, I guess it's a frustrating thing, but I mean, you guys are in the neighborhood, so is that encouraging to be that close and figure at some point you're going to be closing out?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sucks, when you're that close and can't get it finished. But yeah, I mean, just looking at the games and the rushes and how everyone rushed together and ran these games together. It's just it's good to see those things come clean and whether the ball gets out a little quicker than you want it to or not. It's obviously good right now to kind of have those things happen and just see how people work together. It's everything's different with different people on the field. So games are run different. All rushes are different. It just depends on who's out there. So everyone kind of getting a feel for each other, rushing and all that kind of stuff has been good for us.
Is that unique in terms of, have you ever been on a defense that there's been this many different combinations that you can throw out in terms of pass rush and have elite rushers at every spot?
Yeah, no, I mean, in college we definitely had some exotic blitzes and that stuff with Coach Venables, but this is definitely just it's different. It's a different game. So there's different packages here that we might run more often than we did in other places in college or whatever. But yeah, we have great guys all up and down the line that are all super capable of rushing the passer and getting to them. So yeah, I mean, there's different varieties of ways to get a lineman to do certain things that you want them to make rushes happen a certain way. So, yeah, just trying all that kind of stuff out and seeing what works.
I think we saw it tonight, but in case we didn't, what do you made of Cam Jordan kicking inside and playing next to him? What's that been like?
Yeah, I mean, Cam is he'll do anything that's asked of him and does it well. So, he hasn't really skipped a beat coming inside and rushing, and he's been really, really good. So, just trying to get the best guys out there to rush in whatever position it is, and kind of everyone's just having that same mindset, just doing whatever the job is that they're asked of, and that's been really, really good for the D-line.
And I know you have a full year's worth of tape, but do you find that offensive linemen are still surprised by your spin move at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about setting that up, So you got to do different things in order to kind of set that move up, but I try to pull it out when I hope it's going to work. And, yeah, I mean, I think just setting moves up the right way, and whether it's a spin or any other move, just setting things up the right way. And that's kind of the main thing on different moves.
Forgive me for not knowing, but did you learn that at Clemson, or when did you add that to your bag?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely worked it a little bit at Clemson. I feel like it's kind of became more of one of my, moves that are in the bag for me more in the NFL. So, but yeah, just working on the craft, trying to get my, there's always little things to fix on it and different steps, footwork, hand, there's just a bunch of different things that need to go right for you to be able to work that move. And, I've just been, really, really hammering, trying to perfect it.
Is that kind of like the natural part of playing in the NFL, figuring out what works for you, what doesn't? What is that process been like?
Yeah, definitely. And, there's always different ways to work, different moves, whether it's just a feel thing and you get too high on a rush and need to come back, or if it's something you set up in your mind where, it's going to be your first move. But, again, just it's two different games. So there's obviously different things that work in college that don't work here. And so you got to find, whatever works for you and really perfect those couple of moves.
Another thing DA mentioned, too, was he feels like you've taken some strides as a run defender. Where have you noticed your game improved in that level?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's been a few different things. I think kind of just understanding block schemes better this year, and kind of what to expect, and it comes with a lot of work on the sleds and all that kind of good stuff in practice, and a lot of practice at it. You can't be good at something if you don't practice it, and I've kind of taken that pretty seriously this off season and into camp, just working on my run defense, and so that's been a big thing that I focused on.
We hear coaches say, one of the reasons they like doing stuff like taking camp on the road is because you get everyone kind of together. Everyone has, there's less distractions. Everyone's kind of got a better opportunity to bond and come closer as a team. Just curious, obviously you had one training camp in Metairie, one training camp here. Do you feel like that has happened this off season where there's been a little bit more, bonding, just everyone's a little closer?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's together, obviously, constantly out here. We sleep in the same spot, eat everywhere in the same spot. And but, I mean, even back in NOLA, whether it's here or there, like, we'll always go do defensive line dinners together or whatever it is, just to build that bond outside of just, the couple hours together, the couple hours a day we're together, in the facility or during practice or during meetings. So whether it's going to get dinner, going to bowl, whatever it is, there's just different things that can make a bond even stronger than just, inside the locker room or on the field. So.
Why is that important? Just, like Tyron talks about that a lot.
Yeah.
What makes that so important for a group?
I think it builds a lot of trust between each other and just getting to spend time and really get to know your teammates and it's just a chemistry that you build that's not only at practice or in film, and it's good to see people outside and just get to spend time and not always be in that football mode when you're hanging out with them, and getting to get outside and just hang out and just do just nothing, just get to joke and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely important.
Sorry if you got asked this, but the spin move, is that something you really find? You already got asked?
Yeah. No, good.
Another sorry you've been asked. You seem like you're playing with more speed. You seem like you're playing freer, easier. Kind of is everything clicking going into year two?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's starting to. It's obviously not completely there yet, and there's a lot of room I still have to grow. But things have definitely kind of slowed down a little bit for me, and it's allowed me to kind of play more free and just play fast.
A lot of times, throughout the past couple of weeks, they talk about Chase Young adding to the defense. Kind of talk about what you add to the younger players on defense, like Christian Boyd.
Yeah, I mean, whatever I can do to help those guys out, whenever there's questions, whenever, I went through it last year, it's a lot to take in, coming from college and it's a whole new playbook, it's a whole new system, it's a whole new game. And so, whatever I can do to help those guys, whether it's practice, film, whatever I can do, I try to, because I had vets that did that for me. So it's just kind of a pass down thing. So, and obviously they still help him as well, and all the younger guys. So whatever I can do to help.
Have you become a better film watcher?
Say it again.
Have you become a better film watcher?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's another skill that you have to practice and really learn what you're looking at. And these older guys in the room helped me do that last year. And, we go in on our off day and all watch film together. So, yeah, and you just get a better understanding of what you're looking at and what you're supposed to be watching. So,
I know it's like it's preseason and it's exhibition and everything, but is it encouraging that through 2 games you guys have been getting after the quarterback and doing it in camp? And
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's obviously always a goal, on a big third down to rush a passer, whenever it is. But when you're able to disrupt a quarterback, that's huge for the whole defense. When the DBs don't have to cover as long, whenever there's certain things you can do, and on the D line, if that's rushing the passer, and we've done a better job at that through these 2 games, like you said. It's still preseason, but definitely something we're going to try to carry into the regular season.
I mean, like last year, just like by y'all's own standards, was not up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a point of emphasis, among you guys that getting kind of back to where you've been?
Yeah, absolutely. Through all of camp, we've really been focusing on that and just doing different things we can, working different moves, just talking together, seeing what stuff works for each other and what moves might work on this guy that you've done, and all that kind of stuff helps. Just talking with each other, and I think we've done a better job at that this year, just communicating and we just watching film together, like all that kind of stuff has definitely progressed from last year to now.
So like it's almost like a chemistry thing then among D-line and just kind of knowing how each other like works off each other.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.